I have read 1,000 poems written in the name of love. I've heard the most elaborate and the most complete of words. Have felt the weight of language reaching somewhere up above the ordinary and the everything it understood. And all of it was beautiful, and all of it was true, in the particular and human way that trying always is. But none of it came close to what I found in looking through the simplest and most complete of all your eyes in this. Because your eyes say everything that language has been reaching for, without a single syllable or carefully composed design. They carry all the love that every poet ever searched and looked for, and deliver it directly and completely into mine. Your eyes are love, not a metaphor or borrowed phrase, but the actual and the literal and the entirely real. Your eyes are love in all their ordinary ways, the most complete expression of the everything I feel. Not love like in the songs or love like in the stories, but love in its most honest and its most essential form. Your eyes are love, and in their quiet morning glories, I have found the only shelter from the storm. There are different kinds of love that live inside your looking, depending on the moment and the quality of light. The soft and early morning kind, still half asleep and booking its slow way into consciousness and into the right. The bright and laughing kind that comes when something genuinely surprises you into the full and unreserved delight. And the deep and quiet evening kind that holds me so serenely that I never want to move out of its particular sight. Because your eyes say everything that language has been reaching for, without a single syllable or carefully composed design. They carry all the love that every poet ever searched and looked for, and deliver it directly and completely into mine. Your eyes are love, not a metaphor or borrowed phrase, but the actual and the literal and the entirely real. Your eyes are love in all their ordinary ways, the most complete expression of the everything I feel. Not love like in the songs or love like in the stories, but love in its most honest and its most essential form. Your eyes are love, and in their quiet morning glories, I have found the only shelter from the storm. And the most extraordinary thing about your eyes in particular is that they love without the needing to be inside them is so deeply molecular. It simply is the way the light is simply up above. Because the love that lives in eyes has always been the truest kind, the kind that cannot practice or perform what it reveals. And yours have never shown me anything but what I find in the deepest and the most unguarded of all your real. Your eyes are love, not a metaphor or a borrowed phrase, but the actual and the literal and the entirely real. Your eyes are love in all their ordinary ways, the most complete expression of the everything I feel. Not love like in the songs or love like in the stories, but love in its most honest and its most essential form. Your eyes are love, and in their quiet morning glories I have found the only shelter from the storm. Your eyes are love, the clearest thing I've ever read. Your eyes are love, everything that could be said but needs no words instead. I was mid-sentence when I caught it the first time. That particular and quiet concentration in your eyes, as if whatever I was saying had become a kind of sublime thing, worth the fool and undivided and the wise. And I lost the thread completely of whatever I was telling, forgot the point I was so certain I was making there. Because the way you looked at me was doing something swelling in the chest that I was nowhere near prepared to bear. And I have tried to understand what makes that look so different, what separates it from the thousand other looks I've known. But the only answer I can find, however persistent, is that yours is the only look that makes me feel at home. The way you look at me is not like anything before it, not the passing and the polite and the ordinary kind. The way you look at me and everything that's in it is the most complete and tender thing I've ever hoped to find. Like you're seeing past the surface and the carefully presented, all the way to what I keep most private and most real. The way you look at me has always been the most contented I have ever felt beneath the weight of everything I feel. I have noticed it in moments when you think I'm not aware, when you look at me across the ordinary of the room, with that particular and unhurried and completely there expression that has never had a trace of any gloom. And there are times it catches me so thoroughly off guard that I have to look away before the feeling gets too wide. Not because it is too much or because it is too hard, but because because it is exactly what I need and cannot hide. And I have tried to understand what makes that look so different, what separates it from the thousand other looks I've known. But the only answer I can find, however persistent, is that yours is the only look that makes me feel at home. The way you look at me is not like anything before it, not the passing and the polite and the ordinary kind. The way you look at me and everything that's in it is the most complete and tender thing I've ever hoped to find. Like you're seeing past the surface and carefully presented, all the way to what I keep most private and most real. The way you look at me has always been the most contented I have ever felt beneath the weight of everything I feel. And I think that is the rarest thing that love can never offer. The gaze that doesn't judge or measure or require a thing. The look that makes the hardest and the most impossible feel softer, that asks for nothing back and yet gives everything. Because the way you look at me has never had conditions, has never changed its warmth depending